Healthy food and water are a human right. Healthy foods are organically grown, bionutrient-rich, and free of artificial pesticides, glyphosate, and other herbicides, hormones, antibiotics, and GMOs. Healthy water is potable, free of pollutions such as fracking fluids, and without added fluoride, excessive lead, arsenic, or other contaminants. Healthy food and water are free of excessive radiation. Food justice fights for these rights by working toward knowledge, access, and sovereignty. We work to empower each other with the knowledge to make decisions about the food we eat. We aim to know what, how, and who produces our food, the nutrients our food provides, how and when food grows best, the combined history of people, food, and agriculture, what is in our food, the conditions of the people who produce, harvest, and distribute our food, and what impact the production of our food has on the earth, including water and all inhabitants. We strive to learn and apply safe, healthy, holistic, and sustainable practices for weed, pest, and fungal control. We are committed to putting front and center the voices and stories of communities with limited or no access to healthy foods, namely, systemically impoverished communities. We recognize and highlight that food justice connects to all other systems of oppression, be they racial, economic, climate-based, or other. We work to ensure universal access to healthy foods, not just to those with money or those who are part of a privileged class. We acknowledge that the fight for food justice is not over until the most vulnerable members of society, children, the elderly, those who cannot work, all oppressed people, have full access to nutritious foods. We work towards solutions that fairly source and distribute food across economic and geographic constraints. We actively recognize the common and interconnected struggles for food justice of oppressed peoples around the world. We believe the privatization of seeds is a continuation of the process of colonialism and domination, which has forced people to become reliant on the few in power, disconnecting us from our food supply, our heritage, our culture, our history, our communities, and our sense of place. We also believe that, as a form of colonialism, the process of controlling food has disproportionately impacted indigenous communities, communities of color, and low-income communities. Therefore, we must return seed control to the people, because food justice grows out of food sovereignty, and those who control the seeds, control the food, control the people. The people must determine the kind of food systems we have. These determinations should not be made by transnational corporations such as chemical manufacturers and profit-centered industrial agriculture companies. We work to empower each other to grow healthy foods and in ways that benefit the entire planet. We purposely work with nature and not against it. Given the climate crisis, we work to be ecologically sensitive growing food. We demand laws that prioritize knowledge, access, farmers, and workers. Laws must not patent seeds and life. Genetic engineering is a means by which corporate interests secure intellectual property rights over our common heritage. The people have a right to decide if laws should include labeling or banning genetically engineered foods. Both the legal system and communities must hold accountable, fight and oppose systems and people in power who systemically and systematically limit access to healthy foods. We demand laws that prevent private lobbying and money from influencing laws governing access to and production of healthy foods. We can achieve food justice by intentionally reconnecting to our food and to each other, addressing inequities in our food supply here and abroad, upending free trade agreements, resisting corporate agriculture, supporting local agriculture, knowing our farmers, increasing transparency in food and spray labeling, increasing awareness of the supply chain and solidarity with farm workers worldwide, building community gardens, reskilling, reconstituting and building healthy soil, sharing meals, saving seeds, including people's food history in public school education, empowering the public to grow their own food, subsidizing organic foods instead of non-organic foods, and subsidizing small farmers. We ask everyone to join us in food justice and to march against Monsanto.